I'm the letter M from Stone Mountain, Georgia, East Side, East Atlanta, my hometown. Been here, born and raised my whole life. 23 years old. Got a 3-month-old son, so I'm doing good right now. Honestly, this is not my favorite year. It's not. It's like they're doing the most this year, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still glad that I'm a part of it this year. It's always a blessing to get a stage and a platform to perform on. I've been to 4 A3C stages like in a matter of like 4 years. So I've been almost every year, but last year I didn't really enter any of the stages or go to any of the events. I wasn't really feeling it. But this year I was like, I might as well come back out, make a scene, make a name again. So it was cool. My grandfather, who passed in 2010, he actually shed light on it back when I was only a dancer. And he pulled me to the side and was like, you ever thought about being a musician or, making music? And I was like, no, I never thought about it. And then he was like, well, I know you dance and stuff, but Michael Jackson was a dancer first and then became an entertainer. He was like, so I feel like you should look into it. So that following year, I took a shot at it and I put out one song. It was a remix to Ham by Kanye West and Jay-Z. And just a straight one verse, 16 bar, put it out, and a good 5 people liked it. So I was like, all I needed was one person to say it was good, and that gave me the motivation to keep going and do music. So I've been doing it for about 10 years, 11 years now. I always watch, interviews about music or watch like documentaries about artists who were in the industry and had a bad deal or, didn't have good management. So I actually paid a lot of attention to that before I dived into being an artist myself, because I always wanted to understand. I always like to understand something before I fully get into it, you know what I'm saying? So it was really a matter of me just trying to understand the industry before I wanted to fully make music and take it serious. Being very patient, knowing that it won't come overnight, staying humble, and staying focused, never letting nothing discourage you, never stopping, never quitting, because if you give up, you could have been right there. That one moment you gave up, and if you would have did an extra push, you would have had your big break. So I learned those few things, as far as what can help me keep going on this journey and keep going on this path of being a big musician. So going into 2017 was when I actually started looking for a whole team, as far as my manager, Drew. I got a producer, videographers, my manager's also my stylist. So, we just been piecing different things together as time goes on and progresses. Because, as you go on, and I'm performing, different people see me and then they want to be a part of the journey because, they believe in my music and I make them a fan of it. So then they're like, what can I do to help? You know what I'm saying? So from there, we kind of tell them, okay, this can be your role. This is how you can help us, because we definitely need help. You can't do it by yourself. You need a team. So I definitely just started building that in 2017. At first, it was very hard. Balancing that was very hard at first, but I had to understand that you can make time for everything. Even though it's not enough time in the day for everything, you can make time for everything. So I had to balance my job, working the 9 to 5, and balance having time to go to the studio, having time for shows. So I just basically found a way to be able to do both without it stressing me or tiring me out. So it's just about really just finding a way to, blend the two and not let it, exhaust you. So usually I'm gonna go with the flow type of person. So, I literally just go with the flow, but my manager's been pushing me to be on a schedule, because being organized will help everything. Because when you go in with the flow, you forget things. You forget I gotta be here, or you be like, oh, I forgot I had this studio session. So if you organize and you got a schedule, it definitely helps with the whole process. Authenticity. It's not a lot of authenticity out here in music, in sense of style, just with a lot of things. So the way you can stand out is literally being you. A lot of people want to sound like the next man or make music like the next man or, rap like this, rap like that, versus having their own sound. So authenticity plays a big part in standing out, because when you sound like you, no one can really compare you. They can just say you remind them of somebody, not, oh, you sound like. So it's literally just being authentic. Authenticity can't be fabricated, can't be duplicated. So that's what I say would help. Honestly, the team is what helps me stay creative, because if I didn't have the team there, then I would have so much more to worry about. But they kind of take the worry of the business world off of me, and they just let me be in the studio and create. So having a team definitely plays a big part in you having that great balance between the business side and the creative side. I use memes. I use videos, whether it's an actual official music video or me dancing to one of my songs on Triller, or even me just having a regular Instagram video with my song playing from TuneCore, of course. So with it being that's how I kind of have grown my fan base. I just put it out there, and I have a good support system behind me. Whether it's people from my school or a college that I performed at. I just have a good support system, so anything I put out, it comes back full circle and gets a lot of views and numbers. So yeah, I use Instagram and Twitter more. Like I would say it's kind of like even 50-50, and I'm always on Apple Music too, so I just like listening to music all day. I realized I started paying attention to the analytics as far as what time I post things, how many people are on around this time, specifically coming to my page, and also what posts did I post to make them have a big uproar. What did I do in this post that made it have this amount of numbers versus this post that didn't really get that many views. So I just started paying attention to what really made made noise, as far as a post. So my fan base really likes when I talk about things they can relate to, like real life situations, whether I had a bad day or I just took a shit in the bathroom, so it's just like things like that can make your page. It's all about how you move it, how you work it, and how you word things, and how you interact with your fans. So that's what I learned, just basically paying attention to the analytics of what made what go crazy. I'm a people person, so once I'm in public, I'm not scared to go talk to anybody. I'll talk to anybody in the room, let them know what I do as an artist, let them know who I am. I'll tell them how long I've been doing music. I might even pull out some headphones and let them hear it, so I'm very interactive in person. I'm not scared to go up and speak to somebody because you never know who you're talking to. I feel like it means freedom. I feel like being independent, you have way more freedom than being signed to a label or having someone else tell you what to really do on the creative side, and just how you dress, how you carry yourself, how you move on social media. I feel like a lot of times when people get with a label, they control a lot of that. Like, you got to be this way, or you should make this type of music. So I feel like being independent has a lot of freedom. If you were a label, they don't really let you be yourself. They make you kind of have this persona or this gimmick, and that's what you got to run with until you free yourself from the label and buy back all your masters. So it's like, I feel like being independent is the most free you'll ever be. No, he passed in 2010. That's the crazy part. He's the reason I started doing music, but never got to hear my music. That quickly. It was almost like he was supposed to tell me to do that, and he never got to hear my music or see me perform. So he's a real fire why I keep doing this. I appreciate how much y'all can make an artist, be seen and be heard, because y'all distribute us to all the different platforms with no hassle, not even paying a big price. It's not like you're breaking the bank on us. So it's a real big help to independent artists, and it's a way bigger platform for all the independent artists upcoming artists right now, because at first all we had was SoundCloud, and then TuneCore came out and saved the world. So that's what I can say really helps, man. I really love TuneCore, and I plan to be with TuneCore for many more years. I just released a new single called BIH, B-I-H. It's on all streaming platforms thanks to TuneCore, and the video will be dropping Saturday. That's exclusive. Oh yeah, man, shout out my team, shout out S2S, shout out Goat House, shout out Power Circle, shout out GMG, and follow me at I am the letter M on everything. I am the letter M. Appreciate you.